different videos. So in this video, we have Shay here. So we're going to go over her credit reports with her. So it's going to be a video slash podcast because, you know, I record my podcast now. But we have Shay here. She's looking to work on a few accounts on her credit reports. I know mainly her student loans, but we're going to go ahead and tap right on in and figure out, you know, what she want to do in terms of what's her major goal and then what we have to do to accomplish it. Remember, you guys, always take the score to 21,000, and then I can definitely be able to help you guys, and you will get all of my special links by doing that and be entered into my $100 Cash App giveaway. So, hey, Shay, thank you so much for being on my podcast today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
And you're welcome. So me and Shay already talked some about the credit reports, and I was like, wait, let's start recording. So we're gonna kind of do like a recap, Shay, just in case people want to hear this information. So what is your major goal? What's the reason that you want to be on a podcast today? What are you trying to accomplish?
To suck all the knowledge out of you that I can. You're very brilliant, so I definitely want to hear what you have to say on what I'm trying to accomplish. My goal is to ultimately buy a home. I don't want to buy a stick-built home. I don't want to buy a manufactured home. I want to buy land and I want to build on it. It's not being talked about, but it's very cheap now.
Yes, it is.
I'm not sure if it's cheaper. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, it's really, really cheap now. So I'm not sure if it's because of the pandemic or what, but I know a couple of my friends have built their house and they bought land and now they're building houses, you know, on that land. So
houses, multiple homes.
Something.
You said houses, multiple homes on the properties on their land.
They bought it. Yes, they bought enough land to where they can actually put other homes on there, and they're thinking about doing that. So right now they're just starting like their garden and things like that, but they have enough land to where they, in the future, want to try to put more houses on it.
Oh, that's good. You got some nice friends.
I know. I know. Yeah, they want to. Yeah, I guess probably capitalize off of it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah,
okay.
I want to be like that. So, it's very motivating, and they share something. So, I want to build not a stick built, like I said. I don't want to get a manufactured home, even though manufactured homes are beautiful and they're not what they say they were. You know, they were like mobile homes and the roofs were blowing off. They're not doing that anymore. They have to follow, you know, the government, the guidelines of building. So they have really strong, sturdy roofs, but that's not where I'm going. I want to get a modular home. Not a lot of people know about it, so that's the type of home that I want to get, is that I want to build my house. I have very expensive taste, and I think that a modular home would definitely suit my taste.
And that's good that you know what you want. So that's rule number one. That's the first step, is to know what you want. Like, don't just give me this house. I don't want to go on house. I don't want to go do showings. I want to talk to a builder. I want to find me some land, and I want to go ahead and build me a house. That's really good. Me and my babes were just talking about they had some land out in Florida for really cheap. So I was like, well, you know, a lot of people out here building. Maybe we should do that. But that was in Jacksonville. And he was like, no, we're not going to be in no Jacksonville. So, but a lot of people are out there building their house, you know, so
yes.
That is a really good option. Like you said, it's cheaper.
I heard Chicago and Detroit and Texas is some of the places that I wanted to look at. And I believe, I forgot what else. It's another district. I want to say Indianapolis or something like that, they were saying. They have like really good places to buy right now with like land. So that's where I'm looking at right now. It's, you know, I live in Pennsylvania, so from Pennsylvania to one of those places. I mean, it's hard to leave my family, but look, gotta do what I gotta do. You gotta do
what you gotta do. I was just gonna say that, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you gotta leave your family, then, you know, you gotta think about your happiness too. Because I would, you know, thinking about moving out of state, moving away from your family can be scary, but it's like, what do you want, Shay? Like, just do it, you know. And you got different places. You're like Chicago to Texas. Those are like totally different places. So that means you're really open. Right. You just want what you want, and as long as you get it, you'll be happy. So that's good.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at least I know where we're at with that. And then too, right now, Shay, actually she was on the phone with her realtor right before this. So I'm pretty sure she kind of knows some. She already in the contacts with a realtor, which is really good. So if you guys ever need help with a realtor, don't forget I'm a licensed realtor in Wisconsin. I can always connect y'all with other realtors, especially if you're thinking about building or just buying some new construction that's out there, or even buying some older homes. Whatever you think about doing, I can definitely help you guys with that. So I did look up for your credit report, Shay, and it's not, to me, it's not that we have a lot of work. We just have a few stubborn accounts that we just need to remove. Have you ever tried removing these yet?
No, I haven't tried removing them, but I signed up for your to be a client. So I'm just waiting to hear back and waiting to, I guess, pay for the next step, because this is something that I definitely want to tackle, is removing these negative items.
Okay. Well, I see that you really got, so you got, what's this, 2 collections, and then it's the student loans that we really need to remove from your credit reports.
God, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this Ben Franklin student loan that you have on your credit report.
Oh, God. I just hate that name now. Oh, my God. Ben Franklin, the Ben Franklin Financial, they're a private, I guess, bank. They're a private bank, and they're my private student loan. So I wasn't paying them for, I think it's 9 months, 9 missed payments or 6 missed payments or something like that, because I found out that they were a scam. Like, the school that they were tied to, there was no such thing. The school was no longer. I went to a seminar for an online school, and you could do it from home, and it turns out that they're really not a school. They're really not affiliated with the college they said they were tied to, and it's just like, well, why am I paying this money then? You know what I mean?
Right.
I called the Ben Franklin Financial. I called the supposed school. They were giving me the runaround. Everyone's just giving me the runaround. So I'm like, okay, why am I still obligated to this? So Ben Franklin Financial, being the nasty people that they are, cursing, hanging up on you.
Oh my gosh.
Blocking your phone. I mean, they are just atrocious. I believe they're in Illinois, Indiana or something. They're really disgusting people. But I called,
I'm gonna look them up.
They were saying that you're contractually obligated to pay this loan. Which they split up in 2 loans, which don't make sense. And it's reporting, and it's just bad. And I tried to send them, I tried to get it off myself. I did try. And they said that they have the right to report it to the credit bureaus, late payments that you didn't pay, and things like that. Even though, I paid them. I actually did pay them. So I do this rehab program. And usually the rehab program is for 6 months, and then your credit thing will come up to current. And it did report on my credit report that it did come up current, but they're not trying to remove those late payments. Still, I thought once you become current and do the rehab, they're supposed to forgive all the late payments. Well, no, not them. They're not doing that. They said that they're not removing the late payments. They're just nasty. They're not trying to work with you at all. And instead of 6 months, the program, you're supposed to rehab in 6 months. Well, I finished it in 2 weeks. I paid 1 week, a good amount, and then I paid a second week. So altogether, I think I paid them $1,400 for rehab, and I paid it in 2 weeks, and they're just still nasty.
Oh my! So when did you start doing a rehab on here? When did you start that process?
So I did the rehab. I contacted them September 17th. I believe, around September, let's not say actual date. So the second week of September, I contacted them, and I paid the first payment, and then I was supposed to pay another payment. They were supposed to send out a reminder or something like that. Someone was supposed to call me. No one ever called me, and I forgot. So then I guess that next week, so let's say I paid 2 weeks apart because I forgot, and someone said they were going to call me, but they never did. They didn't have it in their system either. So I made that second payment October 1st. And so it was September 17th, 20th, around that time, I paid the first payment, and then I paid the second payment October 1st. So that was that rehab. People typically pay it off in 6 months. I paid it within 2 or 3 weeks. And
you just paid to get it over with.
I'm sorry, what you said?
I said you just paid it right away to get it over with. You didn't want to pay over the 6 months. You let me just pay y'all to get this out the way. I don't want problems, right? Is that what happened?
Exactly. Because I have a timeline. I have a timeline. I'm living with family right now, and I have a timeline when I need to leave. So 6 months. I have 6 months that I need to leave. So, I'm looking for a miracle. I really am. So and I thought that was going to help and, update my credit report, but it didn't really help.
So what is your current timeline? Are you still on that 6 months starting here? Was it a year at first?
I am. So I moved August 1st. So I had from August 1st and 6 months then. So August, so I guess January.
Okay. Well, let's just get right on into it then. And with the Capital One, you had a few late payments on that one. And you said that you worked on removing those late payments, and they said they were going to actually forgive you for those late payments, correct? And they were going to remove from your credit reports?
Yeah, Capital One and Franklin Net, they both said that they were going to remove the late payments that they've seen on the credit report. They're going to remove them. And that was around the first week of October. So I'm hoping November it actually reflects. I really hope so.
And then what did you do to remove those late payments or have them say that they were even going to forgive you for them? Because a lot of people have those late payments.
Yeah, so I did I did a late, I bought an ebook. So it was like a late payment removal, and it's a goodwill letter. Essentially, it's a goodwill letter. It's so Googleable. After I didn't know what a goodwill letter was, so I paid for it. And then when I found out that that's what it was, I Googled it and like, oh wow, this is all over the internet. So it was just a goodwill letter.
Okay. And did you say lies in your goodwill letter? Like, oh my gosh, my cousin died.
What did you say?
I said, did you say any lies in your goodwill letter? Like, oh my gosh, my cousin died. Just went. What did you say?
So, and it's kind of the truth, sort of. I had a tough pregnancy. So when all this was going on, I did have a tough pregnancy. I was sick, a little bit during my pregnancy. Well, a lot of it. So I was sick, and I had some issues during my pregnancy, so I had to step away from work due to my pregnancy, and that's what I put on there. And the ones that fell within the pandemic, because I wasn't working because I was a new mom, I put that as well. I put that, financially, I was stressed due to, being a new mom, not being able to go to work, I kind of jazzed it up, single mom, things like that, so kind of jazzed it up.
Well, it worked. It worked. So let's get into your positive accounts, because that's going to be one of the biggest things. So we know we need to remove the student loans from your credit reports. That late payment for Capital One is going to be taken care of. So now we got to figure out what positive accounts that you have on your credit reports right now that we can use to help build your credit going forward. So do you still got the USAA card? Do you still have that, USA?
No, I was dumb. That was a trade line. That was a trade line.
Oh, was it?
Putting me and all my siblings on, but.
What do you mean you were dumb?
Take me off.
What happened? Don't say that. What happened?
Yeah, I told her to take me off because I was sitting at home one day with my baby. My baby's like 5 months, and I looked on my credit score. I got an alert. I'm like, what? Someone they added you to USAA. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, no. And then I look at it, like, I don't have no USAA card. I call USAA, and they told me who it was. I'm like, no, she needs to take me off now because it went down. My credit score dropped. But I was, illiterate to the financial game. I didn't know that it will drop. When you add it to account, your credit score will drop, So I didn't know that. And then it will rise again within the next 2 to 3 months. So I should have kept that trade line on. But it is my mom, and I don't know, she's not really good with cards and stuff. So I'd rather get added to my dad than my mom. Maybe I made a good choice, maybe I didn't, I don't know.
I understand that, because sometimes people like, I'm having some authorized users, and I'm like, listen, you got to get off of that card because it's just too many late payments on there. So yeah. But okay, so now how many credit cards do you have now? So far, I think I see 2 of them.
Yes, I have 2 credit cards. They're both from Capital One, and I have a secure card from Chime. It's like called Credit Builder through Chime.
Okay, that's good. So technically, you just need 1 more credit card. But listen, you have the Alta. What about that? Is that not open anymore?
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at that right now. I do have Ulta.
Okay.
The beauty store.
That counts. I asked them for an increase too. Every month, ask all of these credit card companies for an increase, especially Capital One. Capital One just threw out those increases. When they take those late payments off, hound them about getting those increases. Because they should be able to give them to you by now. You've been with them for you've been there for a year and a half.
On one of the cards, and the other card is about 3.5 years.
Oh, wow.
So the card that's 1 year, 1.5, or 1 some change, I just asked them for an increase. They gave me, I went from $750 to $850, so they only went up $100.
Okay, every little bit counts. That's good. That is good. Just imagine when your credit score go up, then that's when they're going to want to give you a big increase. So right now it's kind of low, but, when you get that credit score up some more, they're going to want to give you that increase. And you're paying on time for your car, which is really good.
Yes.
Okay. And you have a rental agreement. You have your lease on your credit reports right now? Or is this old?
That is old, yes. That is old. I should have kept that on there, but it was only reporting to one, which is TransUnion. So rent reporters only apparently report to TransUnion, it looks like.
Oh, okay. But that's okay. We just gonna, we're gonna just add other accounts on here. But the point that you just had that account before and it's current, paid on time, no problems, that's still a good thing. It's still helping that TransUnion credit report. And then I see your Chime account, which is really, really good. And some old PNC Bank that's paid off. So you got a lot of positive accounts. It's just those student loans that you really need to work on. But as soon as you get those student loans removed, you should be fine. And I see reasons why they should remove them. Student loans, and I think it's like 2 other collections.
I'm sorry, I think my phone went out. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said it's the student loans and 2 collections that I really want to remove. The Diversify for Sprint, and then you have one that says Original Creditor. I'm not sure who that is for $40. It's a medical bill?
Yes, that's what they're saying. I don't recognize that at all.
Okay. Okay. And a lot of people don't know. Go ahead.
The name of it is like Simone. It's like SIMON. That's the company. It's called Agency. Simmons Agency. That's what they're saying that $40 is coming from. I've never heard of that agency before.
Okay, well, we're just going to attack. I call it attack on them. We're just going to attack them the same way we're going to attack the Ben Financial and the Ben Franklin Financial and then the Department of Education. It's the same thing. The same process.
Right.
So let's just go ahead and attack them right away. But now that I did this, let's go over your credit goals because I do want you to have one more credit card. Wait, we are at 4 already. We got 2 Capital Ones. We don't need no more credit cards. Have you ever signed up for the Kickoff account? I always tell people about the Kickoff and a self-lender.
No, I was thinking about signing up for Kickoff, and then I was hearing that Kickoff, when you sign up for, I think it was self, because a lot of people say, oh, it was only $24 or something like that, or something. I think the lower it is, the more years it is. The higher the less years it is. I think it's 6 months, a year, and then 2 years or something like that. So I feel like I already have, an installment on my credit because of my car. So I'm okay, I don't need more debt. I don't know if they, is that, do they report the debt on your credit?
Yeah, so what it is for,
credit report?
So for Kickoff, they're going to report, maybe you should just get that Kickoff and you think about the debt reporting. But with Kickoff, they're going to loan you $12 and then every month they want you to pay $1 back. And when I got them, my credit score went up 36 points in 2 weeks. So I always tell people just to get that Kickoff. And another person, they actually got the Kickoff added to their credit reports, and they got 2 new late payments during that same time. So instead of their credit dropping, it actually went up 15 points with the 2 late payments. Ain't that cool? So I always tell people, get that Kickoff. Because you can imagine late payments really drop your credit score a lot. And it didn't go down. It actually went up 15 points. Now, with that self-lender, you have the $25 plan, and they are going to make you pay for 2 years. But if you pick the $48 plan, which is the one I always pick, I just pay that for a year, and then they send me all the money that I've been paying. They send it back to me in a check, or they'll just direct deposit it back into my account.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I was looking at Kickoff. And the 2 $5,000
credit cards.
I was looking at those.
Okay. I don't think that you should get any more credit cards right now. Let's remove these accounts, because then you should be able to get, you should be able to get your own higher limit credit cards without them being, like those type of credit cards. You want to get regular Visa and MasterCard credit cards. So right now you got the right number.
So by looking at my credit score, you think that I wouldn't need to get the two $5,000 credit cards or $5,000 limit?
Yeah, I don't think that you need that right now, because you got your 4 credit cards. Usually that's for people that can't get any credit cards, or they maxed out their credit cards and they're like stuck. I don't think that you need those right now. You already got credit cards on your credit reports. We just need to remove those student loans and those 2 other collections, and then you should be able to get regular higher limit credit cards. You get those higher limit credit cards, it's going to be a Visa. Those 2 $5,000 credit cards are store cards. And you don't need no store card. You want Visas and MasterCard. So I don't think that you should get those right now, or at all.
Okay, well that's good to know, because I was so contemplating on those. I was like, I think I want to get these. So that's really, really good to know. Thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome. So let's see. So only thing we got to do right now, like you said, you're already on the waiting list. So let's go ahead and get you all the way signed up today. Let's start removing these student loans from your credit reports. Don't forget, anything that you get in the mail, definitely send it to us, because it's just going to be evidence to make sure we'll attack them, especially with that Ben Franklin Financial, because I looked on their website, and I just don't think that they're all the way, I want to say developed, or they... Yeah, I'm on their website now. When you were saying it, I was like, oh my gosh. I was laughing like, oh my gosh. And then I started realizing, like, wait, you paid them how much? What the heck is going on? So I went on their website. I don't think it's going to be hard for us to attack them, because when you look on your credit reports, it's not 100% accurate and 100% complete, which that's how they can keep accounts in your credit reports. Like, listen to this. Ben Franklin on Equifax says the last time that you paid on this account was on February 1st, 2020. But then TransUnion says that it was actually August 21st of 2020. Which one was it?
Wow.
So those are the big problems.
Right there, they can be deleted?
Yeah, with that alone, they can be deleted from your credit reports. The data last activity is different too. And that's why I like to use Identity IQ. A lot of people don't like Identity IQ, but I love Identity IQ because it tells you, on my end I can see everything that's wrong, but it tells me the date of the last payment and date of the last activity. And even like in February 2020, on Equifax it said she was 30 days late, but TransUnion was like, no, she wasn't late, she was on time. And then in March of 2020, Equifax didn't say anything at all, which they're supposed to say something. And then TransUnion said, okay, now she's 30 days late. So you can just see things wrong right there. It's like, if you're going to tell on me, at least tell the truth and tell the whole truth. And they're not doing that right now.
Right. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I got the third-eye view. Oh, my God. I love it. Because, I've been looking at them like, where is the inconsistency? They got the price right. Like, where is it? Even though it's not reflecting, because I did that rehab, so it should be going down,
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, where is it reflecting that it went down? I had the receipts that I paid, but it's like, it's not reflected on my credit report like they said that it would. They just updated the bureaus, and I got something credit monitoring on Identity IQ, and my other credit monitoring service that I use telling me that, like, okay, hey, something changed. This changed. So that's what it was saying.
Yep, and then the other ones don't tell you the last date of payment and last date of activity. Those are very important, because if you know anything about re-aging accounts, so like with the collections that's on your credit reports, like, remember, have you ever paid anything towards your collections, or even like the $40 one that's on here? Have you paid anything towards them?
I learned at a really young age never to pay those. I never knew why until, So, no, I've never paid them, because at first I don't even know what they are, who they're from.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
On here, they're reporting your last date of activity was September 1st. Don't forget, your last date of activity was the last day that you paid them, the last day that you agreed to pay them. That's the only way that they can change it. And since you did not agree to pay them, then your last date of activity should be before the date that they said that they opened that account, which is February 1st. So they're re-aging that account. Re-aging it means that 7.5 years from the last date of activity, this account can stay on your credit report. So every month they're going to keep saying that they're re-aging it. So it's never going to fall off your credit report ever.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the violation that you'll go against them. Like, hey, you're re-aging this account. You don't even have the correct dates on here. You better remove this from my credit report. I'm going to sue you. So that's basically the whole talk around with removing that account from your credit report. And I have the letters too, just in case you decide, you know how you did Goodwill, if you want to get deep down and start doing this stuff yourself, I have the letters and I teach you, you know, step by step how to break down the account and remove it from your credit reports. So you have both options.
Yes, I saw that you said that you have the letters and things now, so I definitely would like to purchase them. But at the same time, I kind of want you guys to just do it at first, because obviously I'm missing things, and I would never look at that last activity as being something as inaccurate. I don't know why, but that's not where my mind went.
Okay. And did you get the analyzer? I just re-emailed it to you. Did you get that from us? That's where we highlight everything that's wrong. Like, hey, look here. This looks different. It compares all 3 credit bureaus.
You know, I probably did, but I didn't probably check. So.
Okay. Well, let's do this. I already have your reports. So let me go ahead and I'm going to tell Israel to call you back and get you completely signed up. I have all your goals done for you, so I'm going to go ahead and email it to you now. And if you ever have any questions, go ahead and call or text us. We're definitely here, and you're a part of the team now. So just go ahead and call or text us if you have any questions. And if you get anything in the mail, add it to your online account that we're going to create for you.
Okay, so can I ask you?
Go ahead.
Ask you like a couple more questions.
Ask me a billion questions. What's going on?
Okay, so it's about the home section. So you know, my goal is home. That is my whole goal. My child is my driver forward for this. I wasn't looking at buying no house, no time soon. I was happily renting, happily traveling. She slowed me down 100% completely, and I'm looking for a home, and it's all for her. So I'm like, when you said that you and your husband were going to the auction, and you guys are, you know, go into an auction soon, I think within a month or so. I was like, oh my God, my eyes bright. I'm like, what? She does this as well? Like, okay, when is she going to make a course? When is she going to put this on her YouTube? And just when? So,
well, if you go back to my past videos, you will see me doing like showings, because I'm a realtor. I was a realtor before credit. Well, no, let me not say that. I only started helping people with credit because I wanted people to buy houses.
I'm sorry.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm in my car, and people are they're always fascinated with my car, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, are they?
Yes. I have a race car.
Oh, do you really? Oh, you said you got a taste for certain things.
Yes, I definitely have expensive taste, but on a budget.
On a budget.
Really on a budget.
So I'm gonna start around December. I'm gonna really start. I've been recording videos already. I just haven't put them out yet. So after I start, you know, doing the auctions, or even just buying online, or just going to get properties from people that's selling their homes, I'm going to definitely show you guys about that. But I don't know, it's going to take a while to build the course out, because I'm still trying to get the credit. Like, I've been trying to get rid of credit. Like, I'm tired of doing the credit in terms of, okay, we get because the credit is easy. I can teach somebody to do it. They can do it for you. I really want to go into the home buying, and let's buy land, let's build, and let me show you how to get the builders for cheap and not go through these companies. I really want to get into that, but first we got to get the credit down packed. So probably look for those in like December, because that's when the business credit is coming out too, in December.
Oh, that'd be great, because I definitely have my own business, so I would love to learn how to really stretch this EIN and get these credit cards. So that'd be really good.
That is good. And congratulations, that's good. I love hearing when people got their own business. That is really, really good. And I think it's very necessary. It's very, very necessary.
Yes, it definitely is. It's necessary for us Black people to own something, and it's 2020 and just beyond. So
And beyond. I know that's right. Well, I'm gonna definitely have those out, and I said and beyond. I love that you said that. Not just 2020, but just forever, beyond.
Yes.
But when I get those videos, I'm definitely gonna let you know about them. So I know they're gonna be coming out after December. For sure, after December 15th, I kind of already know my dates. I'm going to start just posting just random videos, just back to back, like I'm starting to do now again. So you'll be able to see them for sure.
Okay.
So
Yay.
Yeah, I'm so excited, and I'm happy that you know that it's not really much that you have to do. Don't think about doing the two $5,000 credit cards. Let's just focus right now on you just deleting them accounts from your credit reports, and I'll have Israel call you back to get everything completed and ironed out, okay? And then I'll email you your credit goals of everything I want you to do.
Okay, that sounds great. I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk to him. I'm not sure if you're still recording, but can I talk to you after?
Yeah, I can stop the recording if you want to hear my last little spiel, though. So just give me 3 minutes. Let me go ahead and talk to everybody, and then I will go ahead and tap back into you, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, beautiful people. So you heard the podcast right there. She had late payments on her Capital One credit cards, and she actually sent in a goodwill letter. And I realized too, I always use goodwill letters for my clients. But if you guys want access to this, I'm going to put something together where you guys will be able to get access to these same goodwill letters. And she was able to get those late payments deleted from her Capital One. She had 4 late payments with them, and they was able to remove that from her credit reports. So that was one good thing. Now she got these student loans that we need to tackle, and we need to attack. So we're going to start working on these student loans, start working on getting them removed from her credit reports, and she's going to be able to buy her land, get her home built on there, whatever she want to do. Even if she want to do like her friends, like she said, they bought a lot of land. They bought a lot of land, and they was able to put multiple properties on, they're going to be building multiple properties on that land. So whatever she want to do, the sky's the limit for her after she get her credit repaired. Now y'all heard she want to get more credit cards. I tell y'all, get 4 credit cards. Sit on those credit cards and sit on your 2 installment accounts, and you'll be good. And remember too, she wanted to get the self-lender, but she didn't want to have it as more debt. It's not really more debt because you're paying on those every month, and when you pay on it for 12 months, then they're going to send you that money back in the form of a check. It's really just them reporting to the credit bureau that you're paying on time. So you don't have to go get, a car loan if you don't have one right now. You don't have to be forced to get these different loans just so that they can report to the credit bureaus. So definitely stick around, you guys. I'm going to have so many more videos for you, and if you want to be on my podcast, all you have to do is text SCORE to 21,000, and I could definitely help you guys. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Do is, if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers. And you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau, so they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the 3 major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter that information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit that information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them, I want offers. So be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up. And for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to victoriassecrets.com because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you their hard inquiry. So let's go to victoriassecrets.com. So after we go to victoriassecrets.com, I want you to put $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies, and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the three dots here at the top. So it's three dots at the top, and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there, scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like, they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to cami sets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small, and I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I'm going to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far, everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is they want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score, and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-Rickita. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.